Hey guys, what's up? My name is Shanerator. Can I ask you something? What do you think of when you hear the words clothes shopping? That is a phrase, I imagine, that strikes terror into the heart of many a young man. Let me tell you something. To me, when I hear the words clothes shopping, I don't feel an innate sense of terror. It's more like adventure.
I'm going on an adventure!
And what better way to illustrate my point than a story? Once upon a time in a land far, far away, my family and I went to visit my mom's family in Panama. Now, the thing about an equatorial nation such as Panama is it really doesn't matter what time of year it is. There's only 2 seasons that Panama undergoes: hot and super hot. And seeing as we were visiting in the middle of summer, it was definitely the second of the two. But what better time to spend the sweltering hot volcano lava outdoors than in a swimming pool? So up until that period when I went to Panama, I never really used sunscreen because I didn't need to. I never really burned, I only tanned. So there I was, spending the hot Panamanian summer day outside of our hotel room at the swimming pool without any sunscreen on. Ah, the follies of youth. I thought I was invincible. I thought since past was precedent that I would be fine. Well, guess what? So remember that time in this video where I told you I'd never burn? I never really burned, I only tanned. Well, some things change. So I woke up the next morning and I felt fine until I rolled over onto my back. You see, there was like this weird tingly feeling, kind of like little needles kind of poking at my back. And I was like, this is a strange feeling I'm not accustomed to. So I got out of bed and went to the bathroom and then decided to take a look at my back. And so I turned and took a peek. Being at the age that I was back then, I think my first thought was probably that I was turning into some X-Men mutant or something. But I quickly disregarded that as an unscientific conclusion and talked to my parents, who reaffirmed that I had indeed been sunburnt. Dude, it was bad. But that's not where the story ends. Oh no. You see, some stories, they have a happy ending. This story, I guess, could have a happy ending in that I learned something valuable, that sunscreen is pretty important. But no, this already bittersweet ending gets worse. Because you know what I did right after this? That's right. My family decided to go clothes shopping. My gracious aunts and uncles basically said that I could buy whatever I wanted there at the clothing store.
I want the world. I want the whole world.
So I took advantage of their generosity and got a nice big bundle of clothes, including just like a nice heap of t-shirts. Just a big old heap. So I went into the dressing room and turned to that heap of clothes that was right next to me. And then I took off the shirt that I was wearing. That shirt, dragging across the half-raw skin of my back, felt like hellfire permeating through my pores. I swear I could feel every fiber of that shirt as it grazed across my epidermis. It was like the equivalent of fingernails on chalkboard, but except in pain. It took some effort, but eventually I was able to get my shirt off. But the battle had just begun. Because what did I have right next to me? A nice heap of t-shirts. Just a big old heap. And I had to try every single one of them, which means that intense agony I felt as I removed my shirt that one time, I'd have to go through that maybe another 54 times, at least. Unspeakable pain. Now, the beauty of time is that it heals a lot of wounds. And that emotional scarring I have from that experience, it's still kind of there, I think. You know, I'm not really sure where I was going with the story. I had a train of thought, and guess what? It derailed. But even though we crashed that train, it doesn't mean we can't take a hot air balloon and drift to a different thought. Here's the new moral of the story. If at some point in the future you find yourself vacationing in Panama and you spend an entire summer day underneath the Panamanian sun without any sunscreen, if this is you in this oddly specific example, here's what you do. Instead of shopping for shirts that day, just shop for pants?